Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What we're debating today is the Liberal government snubbing its nose again to Parliament and to the members of Parliament. A parliamentary committee rightfully requested for documents on the Sustainable Development Technology Canada, otherwise known as a $1 billion green slush fund. What we know already smells terribly, and I'll get more into this. The Liberals did produce documents, Mr. Speaker, but what they presented was all censored, all blacked out. Why? We have to believe that it would incriminate the Liberals even more than what we already know. The Auditor General found out that 80% of the contracts which she examined were awarded to people on the board. $380 million. And if we extrapolate that to the entire fund, it equals to about $800 million, Mr. Speaker. If we included the money that she did in the contracts that she did not examine. The Liberals have been known for being very extravagant in their spending. But one thing they decided to put tighten up on was the Auditor General's budget. And why would that be? Because this office holds government to account, and Liberals are not too keen about this. So, Mr. Speaker, what happened? 2019, the Minister of Industry appointed someone as chair of Sustainable Development Technology Canada. And this person had companies that had received contracts, money from the government. They were warned, the minister was warned not to do this as it was improper. But that does not seem to be of concern to the Liberals. And he went on to appoint the chair and other people on the board. And what did they do? They went and awarded contracts to each other for hundreds of millions of dollars. One appointment, it's very curious, was made by Prime Minister, was André-Lise Mathieu, and she owned Cycle Capital. She received $250 million. So, Mr. Speaker, $250 million in grants for her company. That's $250 million, and about a half of that money was when she was on the board. Now, someone very interesting worked for her for many years as a lobbyist with Cycle Capital and lobbied for the company for 25 times, lobbied the Prime Minister and the Liberals 25 times before getting elected. And who might that be? It's the Minister of the Environment and Climate Change. We've heard from in this House how he continues to have shares in this company. Do the redacted documents incriminate him and other Liberals? We don't know. Canadians have a right to be suspicious and to be concerned. The Liberals are kept in power by the NDP and Bloc, have a long rap sheet, right from the top down. Mr. Speaker, you've taken blood tests. I have, most people have, and when you do a blood test, you get a sample of what's in the system, and then you can find out if there is a disease. And this right here, from what we can see, what we have seen, as this is just right throughout the body. What we see with this scandal is just symptomatic right across the board. And we saw that with the We Charity, where the Prime Minister announced in June 2020 that he had chosen the We Charity to run the $912 million Canada Student Service Grant. Why would he do this? When there was already a bureaucracy, there was already a system within government paid by taxpayers to run this. Well, fact of the matter is that The Prime Minister's immediate family benefited from hundreds of thousands of dollars of speaking fees. There was a public outroar that led to the Liberals hastily cancelling the contract with the We charity. Mr. Speaker, apples don't fall far from the tree. There is the Minister of Employment, Workforce Development and Official Languages, member for Edmonton Centre, who has a company called Global Health Imports. And he received $120 million in government contracts, including while he was a minister. Mr. Speaker, time doesn't allow me to talk about other former Liberal MPs like Frank Baylis, who got hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts, sole source contract. We have the ArriveCans grant. It goes all throughout. So we need these documents, and we need them today. Thank you.